Hey everyone, I am forcing myself to do a vlog today. This week has been a really rough week, and especially the past 2 days, and I'm kind of teary. So I've been waiting to do a vlog, wanting to not just totally bawl my head out, because nobody can understand me when I cry. Plus, I hate my face, because when you're crying, it's like, so I'm trying not to do that. I really am trying to stay positive, but it has really been a struggle. You know, this week, the beginning of the week, started out with a 2.3 release, and just really thought this week was gonna just be another awesome week. And it hasn't. You know, the day after that, that big release, I tried the chocolate delight, and which is the only thing that really I changed up. Well, on that day I ate, I think it was 2 chocolate delights, and then for dinner, I had also tried the roasted radishes sprayed with coconut oil, and my body did not react well with that. And the next day, I had a gain of 1.2 pounds, and I was just like, oh my gosh, why can other people do the coconut oil and do the chocolate delights, which really help to, steer away from some of the cravings in that. And my body didn't react well to that. So then, I was like, okay, I'm just going to stick to what I know I've been eating that, hasn't really affected me. My favorite, Lynn CCO1's, beef tomato soup, which just always fills a spot, and it's so delicious, and I just love that, and it's so satisfying. And then had chicken and cauliflower along with my fruit that day, and even stayed away. I didn't eat any, the wasa crackers that I do, didn't do any of that. And the next day I still had a gain of 0.7. I'm like, holy crap, what is going on? What am I doing that is causing this gain? So again, I just, like, okay, I'm going to just go plug through. It's going to be okay. It's, I'm not going to allow it to bother me, and, did that. And it was really good. And then, yesterday, I had done the vlog where, I think Thursday was the day that, the kids, had their first day off, of school for, the 2 extra days for the weekend. And, had brought home those dozen of donuts, and I was just amazed at the strength that I had to say no to those. And it wasn't even tempting. And there was even like this little tiny piece that had broken off the apple fritter, and I was able to say, I'm not going to eat that. And really was doing an awesome job. And then yesterday, came, and I think I just started getting so frustrated over these gains, and I, yesterday was just like determined still, like, okay, I am not going to focus on what I can't have. I'm not going to focus on what, my body is not doing. I'm going to focus on what I can have. I can feel good about myself. I can, have good health. I can make good choices, that I'm not deprived, that, that I can do this. And there's so many more cans, and I think I really need to sit down and make a list of those, things that I can have and the things that I will have, and not be so focused on, what I can't have, and just what is not going on. But yesterday, I had some ground chicken and cooked that in like a taco soup, you know, just protocol taco soup. And unfortunately, I had bought the kids at Costco a bag of the Doritos, taco flavored Doritos. And just a side note, I think I'm like overcompensating for me not being able to have things, and I'm buying so much more for my kids right now. But we had opened that, and I was getting ready to have the soup, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that taco soup, you know, taco soup always goes good with tortillas. And I was like, okay, you know what? I've been doing really good. And even though I've had these gains, I was like, you know what? Just a few of those aren't going to do anything. Because actually, yesterday morning, I did release 0.7. So again, you know, I'd gone up, and then I went down. So then I was like, okay, well, I'm starting to lose again. And I'm like, okay, a few tortilla chips probably aren't going to be bad. You know, I haven't had any of the wasas. And so, I don't know, in my mind, I rationalized having the tortilla chips. And I think for me, I was saying, well, I'm not going to have the full serving. I'm only going to do like 4 or 4 or 5. And I just took a small amount because, you know, usually eat half the bag. So I'm like, okay, well, that's okay. It's not that bad. And crushed those up in the soup. And I was having the soup, and I'm like, you know, I really didn't even need these. I didn't need to put these tortilla chips in here. It's like the soup is so good on its own. Why am I deciding to take this risk? Why am I deciding to make this choice to put something in there that I know is not beneficial? One of the things I keep saying, like, I want to eat things that are beneficial. And I went with the permissible yesterday. Well, and then as the day went on, I still stayed, you know, pretty strong. You know, I made, you know, stuff for the kids that normally, like orange chicken and rice, and the rice smelled really good, but I'm like, I still was able to fight that and say, you know what, I know that, you know, of course, because it's a little bit greasier and it's packed with sugars, like I know that my body's not going to react good to that. And so, you know, I weighed myself this morning, first thing, and up 0.3. And I just became so frustrated, and I was like, crap, I'm going to have to do an apple day. And I don't know what it was. Something, it just hit me this morning, and I started crying over the fact that I was having to do an apple day. And I think I just started to just get so down on myself, and, you know, started just thinking how disappointed I was in myself for, you know, eating those tortilla chips yesterday. And then I really started going over yesterday and realizing that, you know, okay, well, I had a whole strawberry that, you know, is making smoothies for the kids, and I ate a strawberry, and then I had a taste of the smoothie. And I think, you know, as a mom, you get so used to eating, you know, just taking bites off of what you're preparing for the kids. And I just don't think I was being, you know, aware of what I was doing yesterday. It wasn't mindless. I'd say, you know, but I'm just thinking that, oh, that one strawberry is not that big of a deal. Even if it's something healthy, it's like, okay, well, it's a healthy alternative, but it still is not listening to my body and still eating and doing something that my body is not wanting or needing or is not able to tolerate right now. And so those few extra bites of even something that is a healthy alternative is not beneficial, and it's going to affect me if I do not start making this change in my life. So that's just kind of where I've been at. It's a really up and down, emotional road right now. And I'm sorry that this video is kind of long. I know a lot of mine are, love to talk. I love girl time. So I think, in retrospect of looking at, what am I dealing with right now? I think for me, being at day 26, I just want to be done. Like, I want the process to be over. And I'm not looking at that big picture. I'm not looking at the fact that, I have a long ways to go. With starting out with this, I don't know, it's kind of gone out of my mind of how much I have to lose, but it's over 100 pounds. And it's unrealistic for me to think, I want this done. It's unrealistic to say, oh, this is almost over. And it's not, because I know it's the beginning of the journey. I know it's the beginning. And I am looking just at, at this round, and I'm starting to, say, oh, I'm failing this round. But I have to look at the bigger picture. I have to look at what I'm learning and what I'm changing and what I'm doing that's going to impact me for the rest of my life. And so I need to get that out of my head, that I, I'm getting to that point and it's like, I just want to be done with this round. And I need to look at the bigger picture. And I was just so thankful for Hebby Dobby for suggesting that we all just go into that search engine, on YouTube, and put in the actual HCG and then the date for today and the year, and seeing who comes up, with recent posts. And, I, did that, and I found Mama Tawana. And I can almost just cry over just how helpful it was to find this gal. And, I saw her picture at first. I'm like, oh, she's just another skinny person that is doing this, to only lose, 20, 30 pounds. And I clicked on her older post, and I was just shocked. I could not believe where she'd come from and how far she's gone. And that was so helpful, because looking back, I just had to watch all of her videos right away. And just seeing that, her journey, like, she was just really starting at where I'm at. And it really gave me hope and perspective of what I can do and where I'm going, and to also remember that this is a process, and things are going to happen, and I am going to change. I am changing. So I just want to say thank you, Hebby Dobby, for that suggestion. Thank you, Mama Tawana. I just really hope that you keep up your posts this time, because they really do help. And so, I'm so thankful for, everybody else who has been watching, Felice, Gina and Lynn, Gina, just hearing you, and even Lynn too, just, talking about the brownies that Grandma sent, and, eating some of those. I just want to thank you so much for just being vulnerable and putting out there when we are struggling, because, it's in our weaknesses that help others and help ourselves to be strong when we're honest about that. So thank you so much. It has really helped me to not be so down on myself and walk in grace. So thank you. This is so long, so I better get off, or else I won't be able to post it. So have a great release today. Have a great day, and talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.